I'm just about to leave. I'm trying to see if my makeup looks like too much. I can't tell. Whatever, I'm just gonna look crazy then. Okay, I'm on my way to go to the movies. I'm pretty excited, but for some reason I always feel really awkward. I don't know, around other people. Okay, so yeah, I was saying I always feel awkward, one, when it comes to like paying for stuff. Oh, it's actually kind of cold. I don't know if I should go back and get like a real jacket. Or should I go for boots? Okay, I hope I'm not late. I think I might be late. I decided to go for boots and put a sweater under. Yeah. The movie starts at like 2:30 and it's like 2:15. And I don't know exactly how far away it is because I thought I would have left at like 1. But that's what happens when you read messages from your ex, I guess. It's actually pretty warm in here. So it's like weird. It's weird that like it's warm but it's so cold. I don't think I like the turtleneck thing. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Weird, like emotional-ish type of day. Okay, so I went to the movies. By the way, I barely made it on time. And I've been avoiding the freeway. I only basically use it like if I'm gonna be late. Like just cause my mom makes me paranoid about the freeway with good reason, but just the more I like don't go on it, the more scared I get. So I was like, okay, I'll just take it. It'll be good practice. And I'm sure the movie won't start for like 5 minutes. But here's the part I didn't work out. That it's the Alamo Draft House. So like they're super strict because they have to get drinks, food, everything out there. And they have like assigned seats. And it's kind of like, biatch, don't be late. Like it even says like, don't be late. But, okay, the movie started at 2:35. If you guys, whenever I upload this, if you guys watch before, I got a little flustered earlier because of my ex, right? And I wasted like, I was supposed to leave at like 1 so I could like take the street and like chill and get there at 2, sit in my car, vlog a little bit. But I was like so distracted by stupid messages that I didn't end up leaving until 2. And then remember I walked outside and it was really cold and I went back in, and then like by the time I left it was 2:15 and I was like, okay, bye, I gotta go. I drove up. I actually made it into the garage at 2:35. So then there's all these people coming in and out because they're trying to do the same thing as me, and George warned me the garage was full, so I went all the way to the top. But the problem was you couldn't even reach the top without people trying to get the spaces that other people were taking up. And I was like, girl, I don't even care about these random spaces that are open, you know, like they were putting their like signal on and stuff, getting ready to go in those spaces. I was like, I just need room so I can go to the roof. So I went to the roof and there's actually like a lot of room there and stuff. And you take the elevator anyway, so I don't really get the point of like trying to get, oh okay, I guess to save time, but whatever. So then I get there, it's like 2:35. I was like, you know what, you and like everybody else just go in without me. Like I'll meet you inside just in case like I were to not get in, at least like they would. And he was like, no, I'm gonna wait for you, which was cute. So then like I probably got there like 2:40. 2:40 something, you know? And then George was there waiting for me, so that was really cute. And then he was like, okay, you're actually not the last one of our group to like be late. So we're kind of standing there talking with each other, just catching up and whatever. And then the guy, he's like, we're about to close your theater, like. And then we're like, oh god. So then we call the other two people, and it turns out they went to the wrong theater, which I almost did too, because I wish, like, well, I guess they can't name it anything but like the Alamo Drafthouse and then the area. It's just like really confusing when you, like, I don't know, when you're about to go and you're mapping it. It's just like there's a lot of similar ones. So yeah, one time I picked one that was like further, the one that we went to today, and there's one that's a little bit closer to me, the only other time I went. So I learned from that time, like, I need to be on fleek with which, like, draft house I'm gonna go, because I was also late the time before. The craziest part is, for a normal movie, I'm never late, so I don't understand. I'm always, like, early. Oh, you know what? Because I live right next to the movie theater in LA. Okay, anyways. So, yeah, so so I get there just in time. Turns out they went to the wrong theater, so they didn't get to see the movie, and I didn't get to meet them. And the movie was really great. I cringed literally the entire time. So that was The Revenant. Yeah, I cringed a lot, but it was high quality, I guess. I saw one black person, I guess. Within the first 5 minutes, I think I was already like, oh god, they're gonna, like, I just think it's interesting how, like, Native American culture is so interesting to people. Well, I need to do more research on the movie, honestly. But I just find, like, I'm immediately cringing when it's something that seems like it might not be authentic. But I need to do more research, you know. I'll say that. I don't know. I like looking up movies after I see them and, like, not knowing any idea. So probably sound hella ignorant, but you know, I was just curious about the language, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? The same thing when they have different Asian languages in the film. It's fine as long as you don't make it like you're making them the other, you know. I just don't like that. Even if, anyways, I enjoyed the film on a surface level. If I read more, we'll see what happens. Anyways, so yeah, people in this neighborhood probably think I'm a weirdo. So I hold on, of like George's friends, but after we saw them and I was like, they seem like really nice people. I forgot all their names except for Michael and Gina, because I already met them before and I felt really comfortable with them. Like, I feel like stupid because I just had like an anxiety attack, a few days ago, and then I was totally fine with them today. I think it does have something to do with hormones, and maybe I'll go more in depth because it's like my mood just goes like this, like up, and freaking like just the slope is not good. So yeah, so I was really comfortable with them and like chill for once. Like, I was talking to them like a normal person. So like, what was that like anxiety from the other day? Like, what was that? Anyways, so yeah, you saw the beginning of the day, I was like emotional for that reason. Now let me tell you why I'm a little bit emotional now. So George was kind of like, what do you want to do? Flip a coin. I started freaking out because my roommate's birthday party was meant to start at 6 p.m. on Sunday. She invited me, but she said, hey, I'm having a party on Sunday. Like, you can come, but it's gonna be a lot of Korean people. So I don't know if that was an empty invite or not. So I just said, oh my gosh, I hope like George asked me to hang out. And he happened to ask me to hang out earlier, like to go to the movie. The movie finished like 5:30. I sat there for like 10-15 minutes trying to decide if I should go home and just grab my laptop or something to do. while this party is going on, because I felt kind of weird. Like, I was like, wait, if they're Korean, like, what does that mean? You know, like, how, I guess, like, I was a little offended, and then I was also kind of like, I've been to Korea, like, you know, I've been to Korea, so it would be helpful to both of us if I try to practice the little Korean I know. Like, maybe she doesn't know all that, but I explained it to her that, like, I don't know that much Korean, but I know a little bit. So, like, that was one of the things that, like, we had in common, is, like, I might be able to understand you just a little bit more than maybe just the other person who I was gonna move in with spoke Arabic. So I figured I know at least some words of Korean, and the price, there was a lot of factors, and we already FaceTime and we were already comfortable. So I just felt really awkward about the party. It was like 5:30 something, and I didn't want to go home and get my stuff and leave in the middle of the party. So here's what I ended up doing. I ended up, I was on my way home, and I got a little bit lost. So it was already like, I was gonna make it at 5:59, which I was like, ooh, I could run in and run out. Nobody would be there yet. And then I made a wrong turn in like one of those right turn only lanes, and I ended up like I ended up having a like destination or estimated time of arrival of like 6:07, 6:08, 6:09. So, you know, I figure if they're actually on time and, you know, everything, I'm gonna walk into this party, go get my stuff, walk out of the party at like rude as hell. Like, even if I was like, because, you know, I get really moody about my roommate, that's straight disrespectful, you know. So I decided to make just a little turn to the market. It's like 5 minutes from my house, and I just like, I know I don't have that much money because I still didn't get my financial aid. So I already like decided to pay just like for some food at the theater, and like Chase wasn't working, and then like, oh god, it was just a mess. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna get like something, just something cute, something cheap. Like, I didn't want to come empty-handed, and I was like hyperventilating and my chest was beating. I just went in the grocery store. I looked so scatterbrained. They probably thought I was doing something sketch, and they often card me, so they probably thought like, oh, she's about to try to steal something, or she's about to try to get away with getting alcohol. So I was looking at the flowers and kind of the balloon section. I figured it probably wasn't open. The guy at the register was like staring at me. I was looking for cards first, and then, you know what, I said, let me just get a really cheap bottle of wine that looks cute. Like, she doesn't even have to drink it, she could just decorate it or something. So I just went and got like a $5 or $6 bottle. I pray to God it actually tastes good, because I don't like doing that. But I just got a bottle, and then I found the section with cards, and then I just got a card, and, you know, I just wrote like, hey, we're roomies, like, have a great year. And the card was really nice. Like, I don't like lying in cards either. I don't like being like not sincere. So it just said happy birthday and have a good new year. It wasn't like, we're BFFs, we've been friends forever, you know. Like, I was trying to avoid those. And one of them that I thought was cute was like $5. I was like, I could get another, like, a better bottle of wine for $5 I'm spending on the card. So I just grabbed the card, I wrote a little bit, I grabbed the bottle. I happen to have 3 gift bags because, long story short, I waited to give my dad his birthday gift, and I didn't see him for like months, and then like I didn't even get a chance to really write in his card because he was never gonna come. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, I guess I'm kind of emotional because, like, I'm kind of like burying the hatchet. Like, I don't have anger, at least today. I just felt like, do I really want to like come in there? Basically, I felt like if I don't buy the bottle and the card and I regret it later, I can't go back. Whereas if I get the bottle and the card, I could regret it, but that was like, what, $6? And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna regret like doing something that I would want someone to do for me. So yeah, I guess I felt emotional because it's like I was being mature for once. I wasn't letting all these hormones and all these like different like moods stop me from doing something nice. So that's what I did, and then I felt kind of weird. So I went home and I saw the kitchen light was on, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna have to see people. And I walk in and nobody was there, but the table was decorated, everything was cute, and it looked like she was about to have Korean barbecue, which is really good. So and real Korean barbecue, like I saw all the stuff set out. So I walk in and she's like, oh, there's gonna be a smell, like I hope you don't mind. And I was just like, girl, I don't even care, like I'm just trying to, like, you know, move out of your way. I'm glad nobody's here, nobody saw me. So I grabbed like my laptop. I can't find the like travel charger for my laptop, so I just decided to take the whole thing. But then right before, I was like, I don't want to just hand her this bottle. So yeah, I got my gift bag, I put the bottle and I put the card, and then I got my laptop and stuff, and I was like about to leave, and then half of me wanted to just leave it there, but then I was like, that's kind of weird. So I was just about to go out the door, and I was like, should I do it now or should I come back and give it to her later? But I just decided to be like, hey, I'm gonna go study, because that is what I'm gonna try to do, and like I'll be back later, but I don't know when I'm gonna come back. So whether she wanted me at the party or not, if I come toward the end, she'll still have time with her friends. That's how I feel. Like I wasn't sure. And then as soon as I walk out of the door, her first friend comes in and is like, hey, and he brings the cake and he's like, you're leaving? And I was like, fuck, but I already said I was gonna go study. So I was like, oh, should I stay? Should I go? And she was like, well, I don't want to like force you if you're already gonna study. And then her friend's like, oh, I understand, you need to study for a little bit and then you could come back. So that's where I am now. I was driving a little bit crazy on the freeway in the street because my chest is like, it just feels so like hot, and I just feel like a little bit like not overwhelmed with emotion, but it was just a weird day to me. And it's like, I feel like this is like part of how you mature and how you just go through stuff and you go through days like this. But I just kind of wanted to like have this moment or something, because I'm always changing my mind about people, and I'm always changing my mentality. So I just wanted to take a moment and just kind of like absorb like everything that happened. And yeah, I guess I drive all crazy when I'm just like thinking about stuff, and I think I'm actually content with what I did. Like whether I make it back to the party or not, I feel like, you know, when you just felt like you did the right thing, that's the moment I'm having right now. Like a do the right thing moment. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna finally go into George's place since I texted him I was on my way. Hopefully he doesn't think anything happened. And hopefully I'll actually answer the hundreds. Okay, I'll finally get my to-do list, my grocery list, make sure my stuff's in order. And I feel so good right now. I almost feel like shaking, but so good. So I will probably talk to you guys tomorrow. I don't know if anything interesting is gonna happen, but I'll see you later.